Hey, so thank you so much for joining us. This is Team Heart Health Hustle's Coach Discovery webinar in July. And there's Tiffany Camper. She's one of my rockstar coaches, and myself, Kate Hartley, who are here to sort of share a little bit about the business, what we do as coaches, how we do it, how we help people, how you can make an income from coaching, and sort of just sharing a little bit about our story, so that if you're one of those people who sat there thinking, oh my goodness, is this something I could do? Yes, you can, because we've all sat there thinking, is this something that I can do? And it's just to help sow that seed of something bigger for you. Because I don't know about you, but I grew up thinking, I'm sure there's got to be more to life. If you're in the traditional structure, we spend like 5 days a week, 6 days a week working for somebody else, not particularly enjoying our job, to then try and decant all our pleasure and fun into like the weekend activities, which then means you get to the end of Sunday and you're literally knackered and you're thinking, oh crap, I've got to go back to work on Monday. And I always had this thought, there must be something better out there, even though I actually really enjoyed my jobs, but they weren't that fulfilling. Yes, I was able to pay my bills, but I wasn't really able to make any extra. I was stuck within that sort of salary bracket, and to be able to move up to the next salary, I had to wait for the person above me to either leave or die. Well, in the corporate world, that doesn't often happen. And this type of business gives you that freedom, because no matter which team you join, actually, although our team is extra special, which we will talk about, but really, so long as you have a good work ethic, you are not restricted by anybody else's performance, anybody else's achievements, except for your own willingness to learn and to show up and do the stuff. And the stuff is actually incredibly easy. It's so easy that it's easy not to do as well. One of my favorite sayings is, if you treat it like a hobby, you'll get hobby results. If you treat it like a business, you're going to get business results. But just sort of going back to that, and I will sort of introduce myself and Tiffany in a bit more detail in a minute, but this is one of those businesses you do not need to spend hours upon hours upon hours doing. We do what's called like an action hour daily. Sometimes we spend 90 minutes on it if we're able to spend a bit more time together. Otherwise, it's 60 minutes a day. And the majority of successful coaches in this network have actually started out that way. And yes, over time, they've matched their corporate career or whatever income they were earning, and they've left that in order to focus predominantly, or sort of 80% on the Beachbody business. That's what I currently do, which sort of leads me quickly into what I do, and then I'll hand over to Tiffany. I'm a single mum. I've got 2 teenage kids. I've been in the corporate world. I left when my dad was unfortunately dying of cancer, and I was pregnant with my firstborn. Then following that, had a really awful divorce. And I was thinking, well, I always knew I wanted to be a mum. So there was no way I was going to go out and work for somebody else. I wanted to be there for my baby's first steps. I wanted to be there for their drama recitals. I wanted to be there for everything. And so I remember Googling one day, what has the best job satisfaction? And massage therapist popped out. So I've always been interested in the body. So I thought, okay, well, I'll qualify and do that. So I did that. And then I thought, well, I actually really like behavior and the brain. So then I did my psychotherapy, did my hypnotherapy, did my Reiki healing. And it's something that for my very rabbit brain, squirrel brain, has really satisfied me over the years, because it gives me a great variety of things to do. However, I couldn't scale it up. I can only get paid for the hours I'm working, as much as I enjoyed it or enjoy it still. There's no chance for scalability. I have no pension. And I don't want to be an elderly lady thinking, I'm going to have baked beans again tonight because I can't afford anything else. And I don't want that for me. And I don't want that for my kids. I don't want them having a mum who can't afford to do anything when she gets older. So I jumped into this business. I never read the compensation plan. All I knew was there were other coaches out there that were making a massive success from it. And yes, if you Google, there are all the Debbie Downers out there explaining why it didn't work for them. I can absolutely promise you, no matter what they say, it's because they didn't show up daily and do the stuff. And that is it. This business takes no special talent except for a good work ethic, a positive attitude. I mean, do you know, the other thing that really annoys me about that is, why spend 30 minutes or however long of your life doing this YouTube video that's moaning about why it didn't work for you? Just get on with your life. I mean, the fact that they're there on YouTube already is just like, God, that says enough. So, you know, by all means, do your research. I didn't do that because for me, there are so many coaches in this organization that are making amazing lives, career, fulfillment, income, health. I'm 50 in a couple of weeks, and I've never been healthier and fitter than I am right now. Yes, I've got a little bit of a wine belly. I'm at my happy fat weight. I'm not ashamed to say that. Body confidence is a massive aspect of this business. And so, but it enables you to scale up as well. So you can't really dream big enough. There is no limit, and it's so exciting and it's so vibrant, and you get so well rewarded too, don't you, Tiff? I mean, the amount of prizes and trips and things that you can win. It's such a vibrant community. So anyway, that's my story as to why I got started. So I'm going to hand over to Tiffany, and then she'll explain a bit more about what her reasons for getting started too. So over to you.
Hi, Kate. Thank you. Well, as you know, my name is Tiffany. My story started, with meeting Kate and finding her actually on Instagram. I think I found you, and I just started following along, and she really inspired me because you're going to be 50 in a couple weeks, you said, Kate?
Older woman.
Okay. Yeah. I just turned 41 last May, and I found you a year or 8 months before my 40th birthday, and I was like, oh my God, look at this woman. She is well into her 40s. She's in better shape than I am. She's stronger than I am, and she's just so positive and happy all the time. I got to have some of what she's having. So I started following her, watching her, and finally I got signed up, and the rest is kind of history. I started working out, taking care of myself. My biggest motivation was I went water skiing couple summers ago, and I wasn't strong enough to pull myself up, and now I'm strong enough. Yeah. Yeah. So that was one of my biggest motivations. I want to be able to be strong enough to try new things, because I started my family really young. I guess I'm going a little backwards here, but I have 2 kids. They're adult age. They're 23 and 20. So I started really young, and I didn't get to explore life and do all those neat things that you get to do when you're really young. So now that I'm a little bit older and more experienced, I want to try all these things that I didn't get to do, and I want to do them with my kids. So I need to have the strength to do it with them. So that was my biggest motivation for starting to work out and get fit. And then I almost lost my job due to COVID. So I said to Kate, I think I might be getting laid off. Can you help me out? And next thing you know, she's helping me out every Monday to Friday. She's teaching me the ropes of the business, guiding me step by step. Of course, some of that training is on me, and my business is growing. Yeah, sorry, I'm not sure what else.
It is.
Yeah.
You're showing your every day, you're doing our action hour, and you've rank advanced and your business is growing. And so it just goes to show it's that step-by-step process that makes the difference. So that sort of transitions me into who we are as coaches, because you might be thinking, oh, but they're healthy and fit now and they're coaches. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what age you are. It doesn't matter how fit you are. It doesn't matter what size you are. It doesn't matter what background you've got. A lot of our coaches, no joke, a lot of our coaches started 100+ pounds overweight, but they didn't wait until they'd lost that weight, because them announcing their journey on social media is bloody brave for a start. But imagine the amount of people, if you had, if you're 100 pounds overweight and you're so stuck and you're thinking, got to do something, the doctors told me I'm pre-diabetic, I'm obese, I might need surgery, and I can't have surgery until I've lost weight. I might want fertility treatment, and I can't have that until I've lost some weight. What if you were on social media and you say, this is me, I'm keeping myself accountable. From now on, this is it. Right, that's what coaches do. We share our story wherever we're at. We have some very plus size coaches, and they are killing the business because they appeal to their tribe. You know, yes, there's a lot of 20-year-old coaches. There's a lot of 20-year-old millionaire coaches. I mean, it's just bonkers. There's a lot of older coaches, older than me. You know, I'm a whippersnapper, really. Whatever age group you're at, whatever fitness profile you have, whatever weight you're at, you will appeal to the people just like you, and you will also appeal, if you're further into your journey, you will appeal to the people who were like you when you got started. So never feel that you've got to be a certain shape or size. You just do you, and you will naturally attract your tribe. That's one of the most rewarding aspects of this business. I mean, I'm a real scruffy bugger. I'm a real freedom seeker. I love nature. I'm quite disorganized, although I'm getting better. But you know, I don't like to follow a plan, although we do our religious action hour because that plan works, and it's worth me sort of making myself sit down and do it in order to have the success that I want. But you don't have to be any particular type of individual. And you know, we have PTs, we have nutritionists, we have dietitians, we have hairdressers, beauticians, police officers, lawyers, barristers, psychotherapists, massage therapists, teachers, nurses, all sorts. We have people who've been on drugs. We have people who are continuously battling an eating disorder. Because of the way our programs are structured, because of the community, because of the personal development that you get as part of being a coach, it helps you overcome those issues. And I think one of the most important things to remember is that our community is a really all-giving community. One of the things I remember thinking is just like, oh my God, there's a lot of women in Beachbody. And, you know, I've never been a one for hanging out with, you know, if somebody said, oh yeah, we got 30 women to go and have a party with tonight, let's go. It'd just be like, I'm not sure if I really want to go. I like a lot of boys' sports. I like hanging out with the fellas. I like beer. I like bonfires. But I have to say, I mean, I eat my words. They're such a brilliant bunch of people. So, you know, if you're one of those people, again, who just thinks women en masse, no thank you. I was one of those. I know, bad on me. But no, so really and truly, it does not matter who you are or what your background is, because you get, all our systems are duplicatable. I am a massive systems fan, and the beauty of this business is that it is duplicatable. So you don't need to come in with any particular skill set. You'll be taught everything. And you know, we have structured our coach training. We've got this coach training academy, which takes you really from absolute beginner level through to super advanced coach and big business builder, if that's what you want to be. Tiffany, do you want to chat a bit more about that out of interest?
Sure, I can. That is one of the things that I really loved about signing up with Kate, is she literally has everything organized for you. So step one, what do you do for step one? How do you start your social media account? How do you start your coming out post? Like she mentioned earlier, your post saying, hey, I just started a new business. It's all about health and nutrition. And yeah, I'm going to share my journey here. If you have any questions, ask me, or something like that. That's what I really appreciated, is that she was there for me step by step. And if I wanted to plug in, I could plug in and click, read, and just do it. I didn't have to physically talk to her, although I do physically talk to her daily, Monday to Friday. But it was on me. I could go ahead and learn everything I wanted step by step through what Kate had already put up there for us. So that's amazing. I do know we have tools in our coach office, but when it's all right there for you by your coach, why not utilize that? Just saying. You just make it so easy, Kate. There's no reason for me not to engage and not to learn. So thank you for that. I really appreciate that.
Well, and to be honest, that's the reason why it was worth putting all together in the first place, because I think, you know, when you join the organization, it's like when you join any business, it's like, where do I get my coffee from? Where's the water? Where's the canteen? Where do you keep the pens? What system do you use on your computer? Who the heck's the finance person? You know, all these sorts of things. So it takes a little while to sort of bed yourself in. but I think the whole process is done in such a degree that it's very intuitive. So, and you do it in your own time. So you might be one of those people that sits and watches all the videos straight away, or you might be somebody that has 10 minutes today, 15 minutes tomorrow, no time the next day, but you've got a couple of minutes the day after that. It's all self-paced, but it all follows a process. So sort of takes you through the overview and then the basics, and then, you know, there are optional bits that you can dip into as and when you see fit or when you need to. I also just wanted to mention that one of the reasons why I am so proud of our team. Now, our name is Team Heart Health Hustle, and the heart part of that is the biggest aspect, because we welcome anyone. Whether you're just here for the discount on the products, because you get an awesome discount if you sign up as a coach, get 25% off literally everything. And you get commissions and bonuses if you know, people see your transformation, wonder what on earth you're doing, and you introduce somebody to the business because of that, you get the commission on that. But, you know, regardless of what your dreams are for your life and for your business, a community is first and foremost in our team. A lot of teams, they will be there for you every single day if you're a runner and if you want to build a big business. We are one of the smaller teams, and I think that's our strength, because everybody is treated as an individual. You are not a number. You are highly, highly valued. And, you know, like I say, there are very few teams. I personally don't know of any team that does a Monday to Friday action hour where we can all work together. So particularly for newer coaches, they're invaluable, because you can show up and I can teach you what to do. We can teach you what the processes are. And, you know, it'll take you a little while to find your flow. But once you find your flow, it's just like, oh my goodness, this is actually really fun. And I'm getting results. So how we actually help people, principally through our virtual fit clubs, so our online health and fitness boot camps. We run a team-wide boot camp, which is awesome. So you don't have to come in and think, oh my goodness, I've got to run my own. Not at all. We run it as a group. There's a daily post, there's a daily check-in post. And, you know, so when people come to us and say, hey, I saw your post about the new boot camp you're running, or they might just message you and say, look, I'm getting ready for a holiday. Can you help me? We plug them into that boot camp. We'll send them, you know, a variety of potential workout programs they might like to do. Those workout programs are designed by the experts in their field. They are amazing. People say to me, they say, do you practice in the background? It's like, no, literally. And I eat and drink a lot. I do follow the nutrition plans largely, not all the time. They don't include as much wine as I would like, but, you know, there is no deprivation, no restriction. We don't do calorie counting. You know, if you compare an avocado and a donut on some of those diet calorie counting things, you would eat the donut because it's got fewer calories. But the donut's full of rubbish, and it's going to spike all sorts of chemical processes in your body, which are actually going to make you hold on to weight. An avocado is actually going to help you lose weight, although it's got a ton more calories than that yucky donut's got. But it's not all about avocados and chicken and broccoli. Treats are built into all of our nutrition plans. And to be quite honest, once you start to follow those as loosely or as tightly as you want to, you're not forced to do anything. And we don't force anybody to do anything. But once you get your nutrition on point, the cravings will go. You won't be wanting those donuts. You'll be sleeping better. You'll have the energy. You'll be feeling so much more vibrant. Your skin will be better. Your eyes will be brighter. If you need to lose weight, you'll lose weight. If you need to put on weight, you'll put on weight. So, you know, the products and the programs that we offer are all done by the absolute experts in their field. And the people who actually the most kickback I get from a specific industry is nutritionists, because of course, you know, you're taught in a specific way, and we all tend to think our way is best. I recommend to everybody to have a very open mind. I am very close to somebody with a really severe long-term eating disorder, and who's been in and out of rehab. And I've sat and listened to those nutritionists in and out in rehab. And technically those nutritionists should know exactly what they're talking about. And it's amazing the different styles of nutritionists that there are. All I know is that the people who follow our nutrition programs, who are designed by the experts, they get their results and they feel amazing. And we've had so many coaches that have come in with eating disorders who have overcome those disorders, happily, without finding another substitution. Because I know a lot of eating disorder, it might then lead into alcohol, and there are other things that it can lead into. They work. So I'm not going to do ours is better than yours because I don't know what yours is. Yours probably has a very similar basis to ours. All I'm saying is that, if this is something you're looking at, have an open mind. If you're not open to learning new stuff, then this is not the right career for you, because there will be days, not necessarily around your nutrition, but there are going to be days where you're working really hard, you're doing all the stuff, and for some reason the planets are not aligned and you're not getting the reaction and response that you want. And those are the tougher days. But personal development is a key element to being a coach. For me personally, I thought I got my act together when I was a psychotherapist. I cannot tell you how much more confident I feel. I maintain and respect my boundaries now. I never used to. I was rubbish. I was a real yes person. Has that made a difference to you as well, Tiffany? Sort of the personal development side of things?
Big time. I still have lots of personal development to learn and do, but absolutely, boundaries is a big one that I'm getting better at.
Yeah, and I think also because it builds your confidence. So you are when you join this, you're the CEO of your own business, which is so exciting. But it's also really daunting. It's just like, bloody hell, that means it's down to me. And it is down to you. But the great thing is you've got this massive support net behind you that we can't show up and do the work for you, but we can show up and do the work with you. And that is the big, big difference. So, never feel that you haven't got the right tools or that you've got the wrong tools in order to start this. Not at all. So how we actually earn an income, I'm not going to go into this in detail, mainly because I'm absolutely rubbish at facts and figures. Even when I think about maths, it's just like, no, I always automatically go into panic mode. But you earn a commission. So whenever anybody joins one of our health and fitness boot camps, you earn a commission on that pack that they sign up with, which can range from about sort of $40, £40 up to sort of $70, $80 or pounds, depending on what pack, obviously, that they sign up with. And then depending on the products that they bought, you'll get a residual commission monthly if they decided to get a subscription product going forward. And a lot of people do, just because our products work really, really well. So you get commission ongoing from that. So, if you help 3 people a month and they have a monthly subscription going forward, in 3 months, you're going to be making around about £1,000 to $1,000. And so it's as simple as that. You also get bonuses once you sort of hit a certain rank, which is a very, very baby rank in the business. If you actually you do want to build a business, you bring on either 2 people who want to get the coach discount on their products. They don't actually have to work the business, or you bring on 2 people who actually want to build an income from it. And that opens you up to the cycle bonuses. And that's, in the early days, it's not a get rich quick scheme. It does take time. It does take momentum. Unless, like a few coaches, you hit the ground running and you do what we tell you and you do big numbers, that you can really earn a big income from that very, very quickly. But on the whole, for people who've got busy lives, it's the first few months are going to be the hardest, because you're going to be learning the ropes, you're going to be putting in more work, and you're not going to be getting rewarded as effectively in the early days. However, once you open up that bonus structure, I call it monopoly money, because you get to the stage where you're almost like printing your own money because of the various bonus structures that there are. Now, I do have a really detailed compensation plan. So if you want me to send that to you, I can. It's not a problem at all. It goes into it all in absolute detail, breaks down all those bonuses for you. When I started the business, I just knew that other coaches were making an absolute killing from it. And I thought, well, if they can, so can I. And that's what's kept me going all this time. it's only recently I've actually started to really understand what the compensation plan is. So, you know, please don't think you've got to understand. It's like, you know, you put the television on, you know it's going to work, but you don't need to understand how the electrics get into the back and how it attaches to the internet if you've got a smart TV and how all the gizmos and the gadgets work. You just know it works. That was exactly my approach to this business. I knew it worked. I knew there's like 400,000 other coaches out there making a killing. So if they can do it, why can't I do it? But if you want the details, I can get you the details. It's not an issue at all. Is there anything else I would need to sort of cover, Tiffany? What else do we need to do?
I think we've covered most of it. We've talked about,
I know something, because somebody sent me a message yesterday asking me how, you know, how we do sales. Is it sales? I don't know why people have such a hang up on selling. Yes, we sell products. We sell a lifestyle. We sell programs. You try and get your child to eat broccoli in the evening. You're selling your child broccoli, you know?
Yeah.
You go to the supermarket, you buy food. You don't get given food. I never understand why people have such a big hang up on sales. I think it's because people are worried about being pushy. And yes, there's a lot of rubbish out there, particularly in the sort of the network marketing industry, which is unfortunately, it kind of tarnishes all of the network marketing industries or companies with that same brush. We are a very ethical company. I know Carl Deichler, one of the co-founders, he's on the ethics committee for various commissions, and we donate a lot to charity as a company. When COVID hit, I know that Beachbody was consulted as one of the prime companies as, you know, using best business practices on how to navigate this climate within a network marketing facility. So, but, you know, just going back to that point of sales, I really don't think it's a fear of sales. I think it's a fear of sounding pushy. And the way we approach that is, you know, like I mentioned it earlier, you know, if you're having a transformation, people are going to be saying to you, what are you doing? You're looking so healthy and fit. You're excited. You're vibrant. You know, tell me more. That's one way. Another way is that you write a social media post, because we build an income on social media. And by the way, the training that you get on social media is almost like degree-like. It is crazy the amount of training you get on social media. But say if I wrote a post today and somebody's liked it or commented on it, those people are showing that they've got an interest in my post. They might just be supporting me. That's fine. And, you know, often if I've sent them a message, it's like, you know, I mentioned da-di-da-di-da, is it something that you're interested in? And they'll either say yes or no. And if they say no, I'm not going to be saying, well, why not? Come on, I need you to sign up to my boot camp this month. Come on, you need to be drinking this. You need to be taking that. None of that. It's like, if they want information, great. We are in an obesity crisis. So many people need health and wellness help. So many people are afraid to reach out for help. So many people have tried things and failed. So there's an enormous amount of vulnerability around health and fitness. So, in fact, I was telling Tiffany about a story just before I came on. And this girl, she had, I think 60 pounds to lose in weight. She joined our community a little while back. And she was depressed. She hated her job. It was literally killing her off. And she just liked somebody's post. Well, she got invited the next day. So she received a message from the girl whose post she liked to say, were you interested in what I was, you know, talking about? And Kate said, this other Kate, she said, yeah, actually I am, because I need to lose however many pounds. I hate my job. What do I do? Sign me up. So she signed up and then had buyer's remorse. The next day stopped, you know, she just like sent it all back, which you can incidentally. You're protected by a 30-day money back guarantee. And then she sat and sort of thought about it for sort of 6, 7, 8 months. And she realized she wasn't losing the weight. She was still depressed. She still hated her job and she needed a way out. So she got back in touch with the girl whose post she'd liked all those months ago. I said, look, just promise me, does this stuff work? And her now coach said, yeah, it does. Look how it's worked for me. Look how it's worked for all these other people. So this girl then decided to say, right, okay, I'm burning my bridges. There is no plan B. I'm in. So she was still doing her teaching career I know she hit a 6-figure income through this business within 10 months. She hit the ground running. She didn't care if people said no. She didn't care if people hated on her. because she literally was just anybody who liked or commented, she was just sending them, do you want any information? Can I tell you more? And some people get offended. More for them. Why are they even commenting if they get offended? She hit 6 figures, but more importantly than that, she completely transformed her life. She gave up the job that she hated because she was able to. She's about to retire her husband, who is a police officer in a really dodgy area in, I can't remember if it's LA or New York, but one of those areas. And she has been able to pay for her fertility treatment. And unfortunately, I know she had a miscarriage earlier on this year, I think, but now she's expecting their baby quite soon. And it's a success story. She lost her weight, she feels amazing, and she's super happy. And she's building a legacy for her family. I mean, how awesome is that? Just because she liked on somebody's post. It's just like, it's phenomenal, the power. So, that's just sort of a little nutshell, but the beauty of the business is that we do get to transform lives, and there is no pushy selling. It is, if somebody's open to learning more, great, we send them information. If they're not, doesn't matter. We don't want to be wasting our time on people who aren't interested in what we're doing. We want to help people. You don't join this business if you don't have a heart to help people. And that's the beauty of it. So, yes, if somebody likes or comments on one of my posts or is watching my stories, I'm going to be sending them a message. Are they open to learn more? Either they say yes, they get information. And if they say no, great, no worries. Thank you. Thanks for your support. And that's how it is. So, the sales thing, I just think, why have a fear of sales? What we have is life transforming on so many different levels. So the way, going forward now, there are 3 ways that you can start the business. You can either start as a discount coach, which essentially means that you love the products, you just want to get the 25% discount on all the products, you're not interested in running the business at all. That's completely easy. You're still welcomed into our community. You'll be very much part of our team culture if you wanted to be. The next path is hobby coach. So you might just want to earn sort of 500, 600, 700 pounds or dollars a month. Again, that's fine. We'll show you the process in order to do that. Or you might want to be a real builder and you might say, I need to hit a big income fast, in which case we'll show you how to do that. We'll put you on the right path to achieve that. Those are really the 3 main ways that people join. Some people say, yeah, I want to build a big business fast. And then they just sit and they play and they potter and, they sort of change their goals. And again, that's totally fine. It's, you don't have to promise anything. All you need to do is make that promise to you that you're going to, get healthy and well and feel better in your skin. And that's entirely up to you. We can help you do that. And if you want the extra of building the income and a community and a team, then we're here to help you do that as well. So I don't know if there's anything else that I really need to go over. What I would suggest is, if you are keen to get started this month, our coach mentorship starts next week. So I know we've already, in fact, we've used up 2 of our spots already. We've welcomed 2 new coaches into our team already. So if you want one of those 3 remaining spots, you do need to get back to us as soon as possible. So just either reach out to Tiffany or to myself or whoever, invited to this coach training webinar, and give us an idea of, why you want to join this business. Because like I said at the beginning, we're really picky about who we take on to our team. Our team culture is incredibly important to us. And, we want to make sure that we don't care what your business goals are. We care about you as an individual, and the community aspect is absolutely key. So, just let us know at the earliest convenience, as soon as you can, what your why is. Just DM it to us or email it to us. It'll give us a really good idea of who you are, and then we can get back to you soonest. And, if you want a bit more of a chat, sort of go over any questions or lingering doubts you might have, we can easily set that up. Otherwise, we are ready to get you rocking and rolling next week. And that will be plugged into, we'll have a getting started right call. So we'll be going over your goals, help you get set up for success. We'll plug you into our new coach training and show you where everything is. And then it's up to you then to, you know, work your way through it. In another few weeks, have another chat, one-on-one, see where you're going, and also obviously encourage you to turn up for those action hours so that we can work our businesses together if you want to earn an income from the business. So Tiffany, do you have any parting comments?
Thank you very much for inviting me, and I look forward to seeing you guys in our new coach training, because it's awesome and you guys will really like it too, I'm sure.
Perfect. All right, well, we'll end off now. And Tiffany, awesome to see you, and thanks for joining in with this as well. Get this out, and have a great rest of your weekend, everybody. So take care.
Bye, guys.